Yo, what's up everyone? Back for a Thursday night showdown video between the Chiefs and the Broncos. Let's get into it. We got the major injury news out of the way with Sammy Watkins not really waiting on any other injury. So let's get right into it. You can drop a like and subscribe down below. Going to be doing the same format that I've been doing on all these showdowns. Talk through each player that I'm considering, and then we'll look at some builds at the end. Starting off with Mahomes at 12,000, coming off of 2 straight losses. I'm expecting Mahomes to definitely get a win here in this one. I'll be shocked if they lose this game. Broncos defense has been playing better. They're pretty good, but Mahomes is still probably the best quarterback, top 2 quarterback in the league. 12,000, you can play him at captain, you can play him at flex. It's going to be tough for me not to have him in there. I'm definitely going to be playing Mahomes. Tyreek Hill only played 29 snaps last week, but he made the most of them. Got 10 targets out of those 29 snaps and had 2 touchdowns. You got to love Tyreek Hill, especially as his snap count increases as he works his way back from the injury. I love the Chiefs in this game. I think they're going to put up a ton of points. I'm going to have interest in all the major weapons. Kelsey as well at 9,800. Just a really nice price tag. Even though he's been struggling for the showdown, we know he has monster upside. He's much cheaper than Hill if you want to just hope that he can get the touchdowns, or he's cheap enough where he can play all those guys together. Lindsey's been decent. He's been good when he gets into the end zone. He's definitely been a surprise, but the Broncos have 2 running backs that they play quite a bit. Lindsey's been getting all the touchdowns out of the 2. He has 4 touchdowns compared to 0 for Freeman. But his last couple weeks, he's gotten under 20 touches. If this game gets out of hand, then we might see a little bit more Freeman just because they do like to use him in passing situations more. And even though he's not getting into the end zone, he's still been putting up some solid weeks, and he's been getting a decent amount of the work. So at 6,000, I think I might take a chance there, especially because I am going to be paying up for the expensive Chief guys, and I'm going to need some value from the Broncos. And I think going Freeman over Lindsey can definitely supply that. So I think Lindsey probably might be the fade for me. Flacco's just been pretty ugly. He's had 1 good game. All the other games have been pretty bad. I think I would probably be interested in him a little bit, but I think I'll have his pass catching, his receivers. I would play his receivers over Flacco. Sutton at 76, I like him just because he's going to have to get targets here. There's 2 guys that get targets, and he's gotten 7+ targets every week. So the volume's there. And then Sanders has looked pretty bad. People see these 1-catch performances, and they will probably not play him, or they will probably have a little bit of him. But I think you can definitely load up on him against this Chiefs defense. They've given up some big plays this season at lower ownership than usual, just because of recency bias. I think Sanders makes for a pretty good play, and he's pretty cheap at only $6,400, so you got to like him there. And then on the Chiefs running back situation, it's tough to figure them out. Williams got 2 touches, 1 carry, and 1 catch, which did go for a touchdown. McCoy's got a lot more work, and he's cheaper, so I'll probably lean to McCoy at 62. Talked about Freeman. I think he's a decent option at 6K. And with since I am paying out for the receivers, the expensive guys on the Chiefs, don't think I'll have Robinson that much. I think Hardman's pretty good at 5,800. He's gotten 4 catches last couple games. He's getting decent targets. He's probably going to fill in as a, with Sammy Watkins out, there's still a lot of places to be had. Lots of opportunities to be had for these receivers on the Chiefs. Hardman, I think, is going to get some work, and same thing with Robinson. But I like Hardman, who's cheaper. Then maybe you could take a chance on Pringle again at 28. But if he starts to be popular, then I'll probably not have that much of him. And don't like Hamilton that much. Don't like any defense really in this one. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game. Both kickers, I think, I'll play over the defenses. Both kickers are definitely pretty solid, and we just saw Monday kickers can definitely win you a lot of money, as Prater really broke the showdown slate on Monday, and Crosby was decent as well. So kickers, you can definitely, if you make a lot of lineups, you got to have the kickers in, a couple of them at least. I like Noah Fant at 3,400. The Chiefs are bad at defending tight ends. He's cheap. I expect him to get more work here and more volume in targets as the season goes on. Flacco's probably going to have to throw the ball a lot more in this game, so maybe that'll open up more targets for Fant at just 3,400. So that's kind of it. I don't see myself really going cheaper than that. There's not much to like at like $200 or $1,000 on this one. So let's look at some builds here. Let's go with Mahomes as captain. Mahomes, pair him with Tyreek Hill. See if we can get like Freeman at 6,000. I like Sanders at 64 a little bit. You could go with the kicker in Bucker and then 4,600. Gonna have to go up a little bit. Maybe you could play Fant here and just save that money. Save the 1,200. Or if you want to go up from Sanders, you could play Sutton here. So you got Mahomes, Bucker, Fant, Freeman, Hill, and Sutton. That's definitely pretty solid. If you don't love Freeman, you can go up here. If you want to get Flacco in there, if you think it's gonna be a pretty high scoring game, you could do something like this, and then you could try to pair Flacco with Sanders, and then you're gonna have to cut $800 off the table. Maybe we could take out Hill and play Kelsey in one of them. So just some other ways you can look at it, but I kind of like what I had originally. Another one we can do is with Tyreek Hill at captain. If you go Hill, Mahomes. If you want to get both of the big weapons of the Broncos, Sutton and Sanders as 62. And then you're pretty free to play like Bucker, and then you could play Fant, or you could play McManus if you want. So that's another way you can go. You got exposure to Hill and Mahomes on the Chiefs side. You got exposure to probably the three main weapons on the passing game from the Broncos, not counting Freeman in Fant, Sanders, and Sutton. Now I'll do one where we have all three guys from the Chiefs, Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey. And here you're probably gonna have to just go with Fant, and then go with the two kickers. That's probably all you can really do. So if you don't really like doing that, then you can probably maybe put Kelsey at captain, who's definitely so much cheaper than Mahomes being at captain. And now maybe it could be, now we're in a little bit more business. You could play like Sanders. And if you want to get up to the kicker here, you can do that. And then at 51, maybe play Hamilton if you want. Or you're probably going to have to not play all these guys together because it's going to be tough to fit it in. Maybe one of them you don't have Tyreek Hill. But I think I'm really kind of liking like Mahomes with Tyreek Hill, and then running it back with some of the Broncos like Sanders, Sutton, and then you can go Fant, and then Bucker here, and then you could probably flip-flop Tyreek Hill and Mahomes. So this is what I kind of like. There's some of the other ones too. If you want to play McCoy, you could do something like this. So lots of ways to go from the Showdown slate. It's going to definitely be pretty interesting. If you make a lot of lineups, you can definitely make some good lineups. If you want to play a McManus over Fant, can do that too. So just this Showdown, you have lots of different combinations you can make, just like usual, but I think they all look pretty appealing, and it's going to be a fun one, hopefully. So that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. You can drop a like if you enjoyed, and good luck on the Showdown slate.